Hi, and welcome to Help Me Make It. My name is Maria, and today's tutorial is going to be all about stickers and how to create them in Cricut Design Space. So if you're having trouble or if you've never tried stickers before, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get into it.
The printer that we're going to be using today is an Epson EcoTank ET2850. I use this because I can go for long periods of time without having to refill that tank, and let me tell you something, cartridges were just killing my budget. So once again, think about it, get yourself an Epson EcoTank. You won't regret it. The paper that I'm going to be using is made by Avia Paper Group. It is vinyl sticker paper for inkjet printers, and it happens to be matte. I've tried other sticker paper and this nothing compares. Honestly, for me and my EcoTank, nothing compares to it. I know that some people like to use glossy. Unfortunately, I have never had any good experience with glossy paper, so I just stick with my matte. Now, I did get this on Amazon for about 50 bucks for 100 sheets. Works out to about 50 cents a sheet. It's kind of really cost effective. The laminate that we're going to be using today comes from Bluterick. I got it on Amazon for about 10 bucks. It is glitter, and this is really pretty. It makes your stickers look really great. Let's get something with a little bit of color on here. I mean, it is amazing. And I don't really have good light in this office, but this is really pretty. It's great. Try it out. For the next portion of this video, we're going to need to use Cricut Design Space. If you need some time to set up your computer, turn on your Design Space, please do so now. Pause the video and come back when you're ready. For everyone else, let's get started. Mother's Day is coming up, as you can see on the screen, so we're going to do some Mother's Day stickers, okay? Let's see. You know what? I think they really have some cute designs here on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and just select some of these images, and then I'm going to show you how to look for images shortly. Okay. So here we have, I like this one. I think, yep, I added it to Canvas. If you're not sure, it should show up down here. All right. We're going to add this one. I think that one is super pretty, super mom, because you have to be with these kids, right? All right. Let's see. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now how you can go ahead and search for images that you may want. This is a beginner video, so if you know how to do this, you can always fast forward. If not, I'll make it short and sweet, okay? So we're going to do mom. We're going to type in mom, and then we'll hit enter. Now that should bring up your screen where we'll show you all of your images and some projects that you can create. But what we're going to need is right over here. We're going to click on view all, and that should bring up all of the designs that are loaded into Design Space. So I'm going to grab a few more to set up on our canvas. So let's grab that one. Let's do this one. Let's look for a couple more, and then I'm going to look for some more off the screen, and you guys can do the same. All right. So maybe we'll grab like one or two more. Let's see what we can see quickly while we're scrolling through, because I want to give you guys some time too, you know. I want you to be able to go through Design Space because there are some really awesome stickers in here. I no joke. I really like this mama one. I think that's cute. Oh, let's see here. What else can we pick? Again, you know, I pay for Access because I think it's really good. It gives me a whole bunch of projects now. It gives me a whole bunch of projects that I can work on. I can save. If you haven't done it, think about it, try it out, ask some other creators. They might tell you the same thing that I'm saying. Cricut Design Space might be something that you want to look into. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and get these onto the canvas. I think that one, like these that we have up, this is funny. I'm going to grab that one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to canvas. So as you can see, there are some items that are already preloaded. Those were the ones that we picked from the first title screen. All right, so your images will come up in this bunch. So since we have them all bunched together, let's go ahead and resize them, all right? That way they're more manageable on your screen and they're not huge and taking up like a tremendous amount of space. So you do that by clicking in here, and I don't think my numbers lock is on. Nope, it wasn't. All right, so I typed in 3 and it brought everything down. So we're gonna work with the ones that are on the screen already. And all you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna grab your image or your design, and you're going to want to bring it down to about a 2 or a 3. That way it's manageable. Again, it's preference. You can put it really like a 2. It's really your preference on what you want and how much space you have on your screen, okay? So I'm going to show you one more time how to resize one of these, okay? So we're going to go and grab this image right here. We're going to come right up in here, and we're just going to type in, let's say 2. That wasn't much of anything. So we're going to come back in here. We're going to 2.5. All right. So you can go ahead and do the rest of them off the screen, and I'm going to do the same. What you can do is, again, if you need to pause these, pause this video, please do so. So that way you can follow along. Okay. All right. See you in the next part. So now that you've got your images all set up on your screen, all set up on your screen so you can begin the sticker making process. You got them all nice and neat. Notice that I left a little space here. That's because if I click on offset, you won't, if you have your design back here, you won't be able to see it. So I try to do this just for camera. I always mess this up, but I want to try to teach you guys the right way so you don't get frustrated like I do. Okay, so as you can see, the blue line that is around our design is going to be the size of our offset. For me, that's a really large size. The size that I use in my store, my Etsy shop, is going to be at a 0.080. All right. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to click apply. Lately, I've had to click apply twice, and then it brings up the offset. All right, so as you can see, it got really blacked out. So we're gonna go ahead and you know what? Just for giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and contour out any holes. So if you see here on this screen, anything that's like highlighted dark, this is going to be holes. Like all of these tiny little things right here would have been holes that it would have cut out on your design. Sometimes it's okay. For the most part, because I make my stickers anywhere from size 1.5 inch to 3 inch, the smaller the sticker, it will ruin the integrity of it. So I always hide all contours, okay? Once you do that, go ahead and hit the X. And I don't know why it didn't work. Let's hide all contours again. There you go. Okay, so again, this is Cricut. It's design space. It's design spacing at this point. Let's go ahead and change the color. And I'm going through this relatively quickly, but I'm going to show you again and with the next sticker. I just want to show you the process and how really simple it is before I get into the nitty-gritty with you, okay? All right, so now this is the offset that you have. If you see it has like these cute little ridges on it, should be good. So what I'm going to do is left click to highlight both. Click on group, click on flatten, and now this sticker is done. All right, let's move on to the next one, and I'm going to show you what I did step by step. So you want to grab your design. You're going to want to come up here to where it says offset. You're going to click on that. It should have this number still, 0.080. That will give you your offset. Then you're going to go ahead and click apply. See how that worked? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if it's not working for you and that menu is still showing up, please go ahead and press apply one more time. So as you can see down here, contour is not highlighted, which means this background is going to be one solid piece. There shouldn't be any holes. But again, design space, okay? Now we are going to change the background of this to a white color, all right? And you do so by having, all right, so let's say you have your offset selected. You just come up here to where it shows operation. You're gonna click on the square right here. It would have been black, okay? So you're gonna come up here to this square. You're gonna come down to this corner right here. You're gonna select white. We will be making another video, like I will be making another video which will show you how to do other stickers and show you like this right here, the advanced stuff. But for right now, this is really just a basic tutorial to help you learn how to make stickers from point A to B, from beginning to end, okay? So now that we have that selected, we can go ahead and bring our design over. And as you can see, it's not lined up. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. You're gonna, again, left click and drag. That would highlight both of the items, both your design and your offset, okay? Then you come up here to where it says align, and then you just wanna click on center, and that automatically centered your design onto your offset. Now, once again, you're gonna left click and drag. You're gonna come up here to where it shows you group. You're gonna group it, and you're gonna flatten it. So your second sticker is done. All right, I'm gonna show you one that's a little bit more complicated. We're gonna go ahead and grab this one right here, okay? So again, you would click on offset. So far, Cricut's behaving itself and it's saving our preset, but if it doesn't, and I can see this one's gonna be a real pain, I don't think we're gonna use this one, and I'll show you why. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna click apply. All right, so we're gonna click on contour. Then it will get rid of, hide all contours, and it will get rid of all of these holes. But you see this right here, and these marks, this up here, this is going to have some deep cuts, and the smaller the sticker, the worse it's going to look, in my opinion. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this design is I'm actually going to delete it. All right, and the reason being is because, again, in the next video, I'm gonna go over how you can fix that. For this one, I just really want you guys to get the contouring down without any problems, okay? So let's grab this one. This one should be fine. I believe I've done this one. All right, so once again, you grab your design, make sure it's highlighted. It should be in a box, offset 0.080, click apply. Once that's done, you come down here to where it says contour, you click on it, you hide all your contours. Now you have a full offset in the back. You come up here to where it shows operation. You click on white. Drag. Left click and drag down. Group. Flatten. And your sticker is done. Alright, I'm going to work on the rest of these stickers off of camera. If you need more time, once again, just pause the video and come back when you're done. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so now that we have all of our offsets on our stickers, what we're going to want to do is we're going to resize them just so that we are able to fit them on our template. No, our template's not something that we have to download. It is right here in Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to go over how to resize them really quickly, and then I'll show you that next portion of the video. So here we have this sticker. Let's get this to about a 2. This one is at a 2 already in height. Let's get this one at a 2. Now I will tell you, I've been making stickers for a very long time, and like a 2.5-inch sticker is really big. A 3-inch sticker is about the size of your palm. Or if you have like average size hands, a 3-inch sticker would be about the size of your palm. So that's a really big sticker. In my store, in my Etsy shop, I actually sell stickers from 1.5-inch to 3-inch. We do have custom sizes where you can do it up to 6 inches, up to and more. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to do a few. And I wanted to show you the difference between something in height, like this one, where its height is at 2-inch and its width is at 1. And then you have something like this one here, which you would need to pretty basically change by the width. So the width would be at 2 inches. And if you see, it kind of matches up in size as our other Mother's Day sticker. Okay. So you kind of gonna want them to okay, let me see how I can put this. You're gonna want to learn the difference between a sticker that's height and width. Like a circle really doesn't matter. As you can see, it's 2 and 2, but something like this would probably, as you can see here, it would go by width. So I would want to change this one down to a 2. So see, it's basically the same size as your other stickers, okay? So just keep that in mind. Once again, something like this, you're gonna wanna bring it down to a 2-inch. So you would just double click it here, type in 2. Oh, okay. That's perfect that happened. So if something like that were to happen while you're doing your stickers, just quickly hit the undo button and there you are. And try to remember to click it in the center and not on the side like me so it doesn't get all squishy. Okay, so I'm gonna resize the rest of these and then we're gonna move into the next portion of the video. All right, so you can do so I'm gonna do so off screen and then you can do the same thing. Again, don't forget to pause your video, okay? So now let's talk about this template that I'm using. All right, it's no secret. If you've seen some videos and whatnot, you'll probably see the same technique. And the reason being is because it actually works. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna click on shapes. You're gonna click on square. That's gonna bring your square up to your screen. Now, I'm gonna show you how to resize it. Don't worry, it's really simple. I'm gonna help you get through this, all right? We're gonna make these stickers and man, they're gonna be awesome. All right, so we've got the sticker, we got the square, we got the stickers over here. So we do got the stickers, technically. All right, so we got our square. Now we're gonna resize it. The width, you're gonna come up here to where it says size. The width is gonna be 6.82. And then you're just gonna hit enter. Now, if it's gonna do what it did last time, I'm gonna have to do this twice. But you know, crickets, so it be cricketing. So this is gonna happen. All right, there you go. All right. Oh, the things we do for love, right? All right, so we've got this way. Now we are going to hit this button right here, which is our lock proportions. And the reason why we want to click on that is because, as you can see, it's going to change itself just like the square did at its 2.2. It's going to be the same thing because it's going to be all the same size on each side. So we are going to click up here. We're going to double click in there, or however you'd like to remove those numbers. And you're going to type in 9.32. Now, if you're having any difficulty with this, please make sure that this button, as you see here, is unlocked. If it's not, you're going to have an issue, okay? So once you type in 9.32, you're going to want to hit enter. Now, this is going to pull up your template. You don't got to worry about locking it or anything like that. If you're worried that you might change it, okay, then at that point, lock it, all right? If that makes you more comfortable, listen, you like it, I love it, okay? Now, here we have our template. Now, the problem is, if I try to grab any of my stickers, they'd be behind my template. Super simple and easy. So you're going to highlight your square by simply clicking on it. You're going to come up here to where it says arrange, and you're going to go ahead and send it to back. And what that's going to do, you ready? Voila. So that's going to take your template and push it all the way back in order. So that basically just puts it to the bottom, okay? And now you're able to move your stickers. So if you size your stickers to where you want them, or if you need more time, again, pause this video. That way you can follow along, okay? If not, we're going to keep on pushing because we want to make these stickers already. We've been trying and we've been looking at YouTube and we cannot figure it out, but we finally found Maria and helped me make it. And now we're going to make these stickers and they're going to look awesome. Okay? All right. So now we click on this sticker right here and we just try to line it up as best as we can to the edges. Okay? Now you grab your next one and you just do the same thing. Now, one of the things that I want you to remember, I do not want you to put them like this because then this sticker will print on top of this one. So just keep in mind, even this right here, I would not put that close. I would be too afraid that I'd damage my stickers, and every single sticker is money to me. So it's really important, and I mean, it's money to you too. You pay a lot of money for these crafting supplies. So you want to make sure that you give yourself enough space. Of all the videos I've seen, I've never heard anybody say that. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I did not watch the right person. However, I did not get that information. So please remember that. Keep these separated as much as you can. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do a few more together. And then I'll finish the rest off of screen just to save us time. Okay. So you go ahead and do that. Now, let's say you have a sticker like this. We know that can fit over here on this side, but we've got to move it. Okay, so let's change the position. So you want to make sure that you have your sticker highlighted, and then you're going to want to just twist it. And how you do that is not this. If you see the arrows, that's not good. If you see the arrows bendy, like a corner, like you see on the screen, that's what we're going to want. And then you're just going to turn it, and hopefully this doesn't lock on me. And Cricut is cricketing. Okay, so here we are. You turn it sideways, and then you just grab it and you bring it in here. And as you can see, that's like a little too big because of the flower. So let's see if we can take this one and put it in there. If not, we'll resize it because I think this one, yeah, this one's too big anyway. So we're going to put this at a 2. Okay. Now you still have a little itty bit of room. We can organize this a little bit better. And there you go. So now you have your first row of stickers on your project. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep on doing this off of screen. So again, if you're going to need time to get the rest of your stickers on your template, please go ahead and pause it. This is the time to do that. So you're not like, wait a minute, you're going to just pause it. Just pause it. Okay. All right. So we'll be back with the next portion of the video. Okay, so now that we set up all of our stickers on our template, is now ready to get it ready for print. It's time to get it ready. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna either separate our square if we have room, or if you're a little bit nervous about that, you can always come over to the layers panel and look for where it says square and go ahead and hit that eyeball and it would automatically hide it, okay? Now, the next thing we're gonna do is left click and drag so that we can highlight all of the stickers that we have on our screen, okay? After we do that, we're gonna go ahead and click on group, and then we're gonna click on flatten. Again, sometimes, you know, it may take a little bit longer for this to happen. It may be a little bit glitchy, but just give it some time and it'll definitely happen. So once we have this portion, we're ready to go ahead and make. So if you're ready, go ahead and click on that button right there. Let's click on make. Okay, so you've hit that make button and it's going to bring you up to this next screen right here. This sometimes can take some time. Don't worry about it. It should load up everything on your canvas into the print screen. All right, so once you see those words, it's pretty basically all set. Sometimes this gets a little jarbled up. Just give it a minute just so that the computer can load up your items in your design space. All right, so now that we're here, don't ever worry about mirror. We're gonna go ahead and click continue. Once we hit continue, it'll bring us to this next screen. It'll show us our Cricut machine cutter, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit send to printer. Once we do that, this next screen will pop up. This is your print setup. You do want to be sure that your printer that you're selecting is the one that you're printing from. If not, it's going to print on something else. I've done it a ton of times where it printed to my Minbun, and the moment that I loaded my Minbun or turned it on, boop, my stickers popped out. All right, so it's on the Epson ET28. Now, we're going to leave the bleed on. Bleed has nothing to do with this. I'll go into a separate video about that, but we can leave our bleed on. We're going to go ahead and use System Dialog and click on Print. It should take a little bit of time, and then you should have a screen load up over here. If you don't see it, please try to minimize your screen over here, your design space, because sometimes this pops up behind. All right, let's move on to the next step.
Piece I wanted to show you is right here. It's still highlighted on my Minbun, okay? I wanted to choose my Epson, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. When I'm done with doing that, I'm gonna click on preferences. This will bring up the screen that will show you how to choose your paper size, to choose your paper type, your quality, things like that, and how many copies more or less, okay? So document size should always be 8 by 5 by 11 for the sticker paper that I showed you earlier. Orientation will always be portrait. Paper type is presentation paper matte. Quality, let's go ahead and put that on high. If you're using a printer like an EcoTank, if you're using cartridges, I would leave it on standard, okay? Because you're gonna waste a lot of ink doing this. Now, once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and click OK. Again, make sure that this says Epson, and we're gonna go ahead and click print. And next step is showing you these beautiful stickers. Let's go.
Ooh, we're almost done. These look great. Oh my goodness. And now we are all done. These look so awesome. All right, so for the next portion of this video, we're gonna need a few tools because we're gonna be cutting our laminate. One of them is gonna be an X-Acto knife, a brayer, a ruler, or a paper cutter. First, we are going to go ahead and make the marks that we need on our laminate. So we're gonna go ahead and place our sticker paper down, and it's springtime. This happens a lot, so don't worry about this, okay? I'm gonna show you a workaround. So you are going to go ahead and grab a pen. I'm gonna grab my favorite pen, don't know what that is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and line up our laminate within the registration marks as you see here, all right? So we're gonna take our pen and we are going to make a mark almost imitating where that registration line would be, as you can see, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side on the bottom. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be more or less where they are. Now, as you can see, this came out of the printer, ink's nice and dry. Let's go ahead and take our stickers and put them in a safe location. Let's put up our pen. Okay, so first we're gonna use our paper cutter. All right, let me go ahead. All right, so we've got our paper cutter here, and we are gonna cut the long way, actually. Because, you know, backwards. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and line up. Let me see if you guys can see. All right, so as you can see right here, I'm gonna go ahead and line that up. You see like the little string that's in there? We're gonna line that up, make sure everything's straight, make sure we pull our laminate down, and then we're just gonna push down, cut up, and I just make sure I go like once or twice to be sure that it's cut all the way through. Now, once that's cut all the way through, we're gonna move on to the other step. So we're just gonna take this, let me sit down really quickly. All right, so I have this here. This is a Fiskars Self-Healing Mat. This will really help you out. If you don't have like a self-healing mat, just try to make sure that you can get this like as straight as possible, like line it up against a ruler, all right? If you have one of these, just line this up really quickly with one of like the lines, the grid lines on your Fiskars mat, okay? Just make sure it's straight all the way across. Okay, let's pull this up. Now you're gonna take your ruler and you're just going to line your ruler up with this grid line with that one, okay? And just make sure that everything is straight, okay? Go ahead, safety first. Let's pull that off. All right, so then you're just gonna make sure that your ruler is straight and you're applying pressure, and then you're just gonna take the tip of the X-Acto knife and just cut. And I usually try to go through twice. I don't know why this is shaking. Hold on. All right. You try to go through twice, so that way you're able to get a clean cut. All right. Now, safety first. Let's put this up. Make sure we don't hurt ourselves. Okay. So now, as you can see, your laminate should fit within your registration lines. If it's not perfect, that's perfect. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It just really has to read like the outer portions of it. See? So even if you don't apply it on correctly, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It should pick up the registration lines as long as some of it is visible. All right, let's move on to the next portion. Okay, so now we're gonna get our laminate on our sticker sheet. So I have a tool like this. You can use like a pin pen, or there are some other hacks I can put together and make some short videos and teach you how to make a pin pen. But this right here, I got this from the dollar store. I got like 2 of them for about $1.25. So we wanna move our sticker paper out of the way. Again, you don't wanna make a hole in it. And then you're gonna go ahead and just use your point to gently lift up your laminate. Okay, Now there's tons of ways of doing this. I've seen people do it from one side to the other. This is just the way I do it. This is what's made it easier for me. So I go ahead and very gently just make sure that I fold this back, okay? I bring my sticker paper back down on my table. Make sure that everything is clean and out of the way and it's on a flat surface as you can get, okay? You're gonna need a squeegee, something like this, or a store card if you don't have one. I tend not to like to use a ruler or anything abrasive because it will scratch your laminate, okay? All right, so let me make sure this is in frame. I'm gonna stand up really quickly. All right, so as you can see here, I will kind of tilt this a little bit and try to get that within the registration lines and lift up a little bit, and that will give, like, you see how that's now on there? All right, so it's kind of like working with vinyl. All right, you're gonna wanna lay it down slowly as not to get bubbles. So now you've got this portion of your laminate on your sticker paper without any bubbles, okay? Now, sometimes you'll get bubbles anyway, no matter how, especially like if your room is humid. As you can see here, it's getting a little bit warmer, so the paper's starting to curl up. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab this portion of your squeegee and you're just gonna go ahead and get it as close to the paper as you can. Now, I'm gonna try to go sideways so you guys can see it. Okay, let's do this. Let me see how I can get it. All right, so you're just gonna follow through with like a simple motion, just slowly, okay? Now I'm gonna try to go this way so it makes it a little bit easier for the camera to pick it up. And you just wanna gently push, okay? If you start to feel like a side is not going down, just go slow. All right. Once you get better at doing this, you can just put it just like that. But for right now, just go slow. So now, as you can see, you're gonna have some really pretty stickers once they cut out. Now, this is a brayer. I got this on Amazon for like $6.99. Since we're not using a laminator, what we're going to do is just gently, well, I wouldn't say gently, apply pressure and roll. If you don't have a brayer, believe it or not, you can use a rolling pin. Just make sure that your rolling pin doesn't have like any sharp edges or anything, which it shouldn't, but you know, just in case. All right, so I just roll over it to give the laminate a better adhesion. Now in my next video that I'm gonna be doing, I am going to be using a laminator, and I've got a really awesome trick that I kind of learned, and in that next video, I should be showing you that. So if you don't have a laminator, you may want to check out one on Amazon. If you plan on making stickers for a business, it will help you out tremendously. All right, so now we are ready to move on to putting our stickers on our mat. So go ahead and grab your mats. Okay, so for me, blue mats are the way to go. I use my blue mat for my vinyl. I use it for my cardstock. I use it for my stickers. You know, I there's not much I can say about it. It's just really honestly a preference. It is a light grip, okay? Now, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go ahead and line up your stickers as best as you can with the mat, all right? So you wanna make sure that this is straight. You wanna make sure that all of this lines up as best as you can. Press it down gently, okay? Then you're gonna go ahead and grab your brayer once again, or your rolling pin. If you don't have either one, just make sure that you just like really press it down, okay? I wouldn't suggest using one of these or a ruler either way, because it will really scratch your laminate, okay? So, go back on here. We're gonna make sure this has a good adhesion. Let's get it loaded in our mat.
All right, so what I normally do when I'm going to load my mat is I'm sure to go in by one corner and then the other and just add a little bit of pressure just so I know that it's lined up with the rollers on both sides. And I do have it bent up, okay? Then I go ahead and click on the load button or feed, okay? I can't let go of my mat at this point. Then I'm gonna get that flashing Cricut light and I'm gonna go ahead and hit that button, all right? So while that's cutting, I'll go ahead and let it do it. On the screen, what you'll see is it'll say scanning, and it's going to scan all of your registration marks.
Now, once it's done scanning your registration marks, it will begin to cut. So we'll allow it to do that, give it some time, and I'll be right back. Okay, so once your stickers have finished cutting, one of the first things that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna grab your tool and you're going to want to lift up to be sure that your stickers have cut all the way through. Now, I have run it for a second cycle, and how I did that is I did not eject my mat. Once it finished cutting, I went ahead and I pressed the Cricut button again and let it run itself through. But we see that these stickers have cut all the way through. So we're gonna go ahead and eject the mat at this time. All right, so these are your stickers. They're looking really good. Let's go ahead and peel off the backing. Okay, so for this portion of the video, it is time to get our stickers off of the mat. So let's go ahead and do that. So one of the first ways that I normally do it is I peel it off this way. But if your mat is really sticky, you can feel free to bend it a bit and just pull off, okay? But let's go ahead and keep on peeling. And sometimes some sticker paper will stay behind, and that's fine. Just grab one of your tools and just lift up. All right, so now it's time to grab our stickers and pull them off of the mat. So I just simply bend my mat gently, as you can see, and remove the stickers from the mat. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the rest of them, and we'll get into the next portion of the video. Now, as you can see, we have some really awesome Mother's Day stickers. And this is with that awesome laminate that I showed you earlier. This is just really beautiful. These are holographic stickers. Now, I'm gonna have you take a look at one more. All right, so there is some more that I wanted to go over. Now, if you take a look at these two stickers, let's try to get them into frame. All right, if you take a look at these two stickers, you're gonna see that this sticker right here is perfect and this one has a hole. Now, I did that on purpose. I wanted to show you guys what happens when you don't contour out your stickers. As you can see, once again, you see the holes, okay? So you would have like a really tiny pinhole and then this hole here. Now, if you had to choose between this sticker on this side and this one, which one would you think is a better sticker? In my opinion, it would be this side because it doesn't have any of these unsightly holes. And I do see this often with a lot of people making stickers, and that's just because they forgot to do the contour when they were setting up the offset. So once again, making sure that you click on contour when you're setting up your offset to get rid of any holes will make a huge difference in your stickers, okay?
We did it. You did it. So hopefully your stickers should be centered and perfect. If they're not, you may want to calibrate your machine. I will be releasing one of those videos, so go ahead, like and subscribe. That way, if you feel that I helped you, you can go ahead and watch some of my other videos. Now, the next video that's going to be coming out is going to be a more advanced sticker class where it takes your ordinary stickers, it just gives them a little bit more of a oomph, makes them stand out more, so to speak. So again, if you haven't already, go ahead, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Help me make it. Bye.